I should ask Sakuma about all the things the victim had put into her mouth before death.
You gonna make me act up.
Hi, yeah, you there. Hi, it's Eli Pools, and today we have a grand return to the channel, which I have been letting age like a fine wine, age like the best cheese, age like the best steak. Tokyo Detectives people, let's stand up and give a round of applause. It's been so long since we heard this intro. Hold on, I'm gonna have to hit a. Oh, hold on. What to do? Talk, of course. All right, now talk. Okay. You won't talk to him, but you're gonna present evidence that you inevitably gotta talk to him about. Ran be blowing me, and that's the name of the main character, y'all. Ran. I should ask Sakuma about all the things the victim had put into her mouth before death.
You gonna make me act up. You gonna make me do something I'm gonna regret.
There should be 4 pieces of evidence. Everything she put in her mouth. Well, the wine and pots and something. This is the wine pot and cups used in the wine drinking ritual during the wedding ceremony. Now, Chico thinks that the poison was pasted on the edge of the cups. Interesting theory. That's how bro sound. Interesting theory. But I found no trace of poison on the wine pot or the cups. Oops. Not a Chico, you good, bruh. Will the lip paint work? Yep. Regarding the tools used to apply the ritual lip paint on the victim during the parents' meeting, and are they spiked? Both the lip paint and the lip brush are uncontaminated. No trace of poison was detected. Man, bro, tell me, like he acting like he testing it on the site. Since you know all the facts, just let me know which one is the one that was poisoned then. Refreshments, yeah, that's a big one. The refreshments which the victim had before she died is suspicious. There are Japanese sweet dumplings, a cup of tea, and a cup of water. I feel like the refreshments is so obvious though.
1 minute later.
But the poison that killed the victim was detected in the water. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it seems like we done asked. Oh, maybe it's the ladle. Maybe that's what it is. We found a ladle in the well behind the purification fountain, probably dumped there after the murder. What is the residual powder on the ladle? It is egg protein powder. Other than this, no other substance was detected. Okay. That's all. I don't have anything to do with Sakuma anymore. If there is nothing else, I should talk to Natsuko and go back to station. Homicide Squad, Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. Field investigation has taken longer than I expected. The evidence I asked Natsuko to look up should be available now. Detective, the results back. Regarding the footprints found on the footpath and the veranda, we got a match in the database. What? We're finding a murderer based off of footsteps. If that was the case, you know how many size 9 niggas will be locked up in a penitentiary as we speak? Come on now. A match. That guy got caught before. Yes, it was Kanato Koshiba. What? He was arrested multiple times for assault and battery. In addition, with Koshiba was dating the victim, they were, what? Oh yeah, that was her ex, I think. When Koshiba was dating the victim, they were arrested several times for mutual assault against each other.
But what the hell?
They're all domestic violence. Not cool. But all were settled out of court. No charges were pressed. Just like what the younger sister told us today. That makes sense. The daughter of House Yashi could have whatever dream teams she wanted. All his criminal records were related to violent crimes, but no other types of crime. A violent jerk, just what he looks like. He kind of do though. She is not lying, bro. He the type to pimp slap his dog after they spill a little bit of water or something. Anyway, we can confirm now that it was Koshiba who went to the bridal suite. Remember the memo he dropped? He probably got there at 11:30 a.m. That matches the estimated time of death. Detectives, I have been looking for you. I just got the lab results back. It is confirmed that the poison was taken during between 11:30 a.m. It comes with a prolonged of symptoms, which usually show 15 to 30 minutes after drinking. Once the poison starts to act, humans will die in a few seconds. 15 to 30 minutes, can you further narrow it down? This just proves every suspect is capable of spiking the drink. Oh shoot. My hands are tied. Forensics science has its limits. This also doesn't explain why the victim's face was bleeding. Oh, did I forget to mention it? The erosion on the victim's face is post-mortem. He must have omitted this fact deliberately just to fool us around. I think you would be nice. Get out my sight. She is not effing with you on no level. Nadeshiko Suzukaze. I cannot pronounce her name right. I'm so sorry. I'm probably butchering her name so bad. Suzukaze. Suzukas? I don't know. What's that? Detective, there's one thing I am worrying about. You don't have to worry about the case. We will find out the killer soon. It is not about the case. It is about Sakuma and you. Girl, can we stay on track? It's a workplace romance gone wrong. Heck no. What are you talking about? Then what is it? It's work related. I can't trust him anymore. That's why we disbanded. I'll tell you sometime. Now just focus on the case, okay? Okay, what should we do now? Do what Koshiba asked for. Get a warrant and bring him to the station. On my way.
A few moments later.
Like you asked, we got a warrant. Yeah, what's up with it now? Bro was talking all big game. What's up with it now, nigga? We got the warrant. They're like talking now? You bastard. You got the wrong person. Yeah, alright, we finna find out, bro. Why are you after the wedding ceremony? Hanging around the shrine waiting for the wedding reception. Did you go to the bridal suite? No. Then how do you explain this memo? It dropped from your pocket when you bumped into my partner with an apology. Without an apology. Douchebag. Not even gonna apologize after you bump into the female? I should lock you up just for that. It said, meet me at the bridal suite at 11:30. I didn't go. You don't have any evidence to prove I was there. Actually, we do. There is evidence proving you were there, just as the memo said. Can you explain why your footprints were found on the footpath, the veranda of the bridal suite? What? Ran his own one with him. I messed with it. Now look how y'all shook. He was really on some cool dude laid back. As soon as we put that foot up your butt.
Ho, brother, whoa, now. You got too much dip on your chip.
You got the looking crazy, ain't it? Ain't that crazy how people switch up like that? Now we finna press you. Bridal suite, what up about it? Tell us what happened at the bridal suite. Just as you said, I went there at 11:30 a.m. I came from the back door because the memo said don't let anyone see you coming. The Vine House is far away from the central plaza and the ballroom. Most people were in the ballroom for the wedding reception. If you came from the back door that time, it is possible that you could enter the bridal suite without being noticed. Of course I did. Nobody noticed me. But when I showed up, Nobara acted like she didn't know about the memo. Crazy woman. We had a row, but I soon realized she had no intentions to write off my debt at all. So I left in less than a few minutes. She was just wasting my time. So it seemed like somebody set up that memo to get bro to be framed. So whoever the killer is pretty intelligent. Now I don't know if I can assist there. I feel like it had to be the groom, I think it's called. I think it's the groom who might have set this up. Where did you go after you left the bridal suite? I was wandering around Eastern Shrine to wait for the start of the wedding reception. But at the last minute, I didn't feel like going, so I wanted to leave via the back door. Well, that makes sense. I wouldn't necessarily want to fully enjoy my ex's wedding. I don't know. Then Niwa saw me and blocked my way, shouted to me that I must attend the wedding reception. She lost discipline once her master died.
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
Oh, dang. Anyhow, we found Nobara's body in the end. What can I say, Karma? He's smiling a little too hard while saying that. He on his Jeffrey Dahmer right now. This jerk. For real. And your suit bogus in the mud. Why did you go to the bridal suite? He thought he was gonna get some, probably. Yeah, you can't be sure who wrote the memo. Maybe it's just a prank. I intended to talk to Nobara anyway. That's why I came to her wedding. Okay. Nobara will be leaving Japan alone tomorrow for half a year. It's the last chance for me to have her right off of my debt. Bro is only in it for the money. He do not give no F's. Leaving alone right after getting married? Maybe she couldn't wait to meet her new lover in the States. What makes you think she will suddenly become faithful just because she got married?
It's an evil world we live in.
Do you know where she would go? She would be acting in a Hollywood movie, so she would fly there to work with the local crew. Okay. When did you get the memo? During the photo session. You get it directly from the victim or someone else handed it to you. It wasn't there before it. Nobara have put the memo in my pocket during the photo session. Nobara, huh? Why did she write a memo? You two didn't use messaging apps on mobile phone? Who knows? Maybe she had already deleted my contact number. Wait, I'm so confused. Man, y'all, some bull just happened. I get up real quick just to see how the recording is doing. I noticed that the recording just stopped, bro, so we gonna have to rewind. I didn't get to figure out who was the killer was yet, so at least that part would be generic. But yeah, y'all, if I feel like a little like dry on some of these parts, just forgive me for that, because now I kind of know like a little bit of what's to come. Like I said, I genuinely don't. I honestly don't know who the killer is. So that part's still gonna be sacred, but let's just get back to the video. Homicide Squad, Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. It was a long interrogation, detective. Yes, but fortunately we got new information. All other suspects have been gathered in the conference room. Who do you think is our killer? Now, y'all, this is the point in the video where y'all need to put in the comments. Do not skip to the end. Do not check. Who do y'all think the killer is? This is my personal top 3 right now. It's Koshiba, cause that nigga crazy. Niwa is another suspect. With her being like the minion, that let's be honest, who wouldn't want to kill somebody that's treating them like a minion, quote unquote. Kenji, yeah, Kenji the grown. He hasn't really done too much or said too much. We don't know too much about him. You feel me? So that really leaves like a lot of room for movement and for them to like adapt the story of why he's the killer. So yeah, those are mine. I'm gonna go with Kenji as the killer. I'm gonna go with Kenji because we just don't know too much about him. Red Wedding. Truth. Conference room, Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. Why are we gathered at this time? You already know what time it is. I have a client appointment tomorrow early morning. Are you alright, Kiyotoko? Your hands are full of rashes. What happened? My hands started to hurt this afternoon. Yeah, I bet they did. I guess it is hay fever. There's pollen everywhere in Tokyo. Nobody cares about your hands. Why are we gathered here? It's very late now. Just sit down. Boy, if you don't... Natsuko, see, I had to do the deep voice for Natsuko right there. She ain't playing with them. You are all persons of interest in the murder of Nobara Yachi. One of you is responsible for her death. What? Don't say what, like that's more than obvious. Why y'all here? Let's start from the beginning. In case there is any confusion, we will walk you through the facts. It was around 12 noon today, right before the start of the wedding reception. Kiyotoko came to the ballroom and said that he could not find the victim. Kishimoto, Sari, Yachi, and Kiyotoko then went to the Divine House together to look for the victim again. Niwa and Koshiba were also at the Divine House, so they joined the group. The victim was not in the living room of the bridal suite, so they checked the dressing room inside.
He needs some milk!
Folded in a mug on the ground. There they found the victim's body. Police were immediately called to the crime scene. Eastern Shrine has been secured since then. Anyone disagree? No, it was just as you said. Right. Yeah, I bet it is. All right, this was one of my favorite parts about the game. Anything that sounds fishy or not right, we gotta rebuke it. I hate to say it, but you guys are getting it wrong. All these people here were acquaintances of Nobara. No der, Sherlock. Right, the killer must be a psychopath. No der again, Sherlock. After all, who would kill a bride on her wedding day? The perpetrator must have attacked Nobara out of a sudden. That doesn't make sense because she got poisoned. It wouldn't be a sudden attack. No, it is unlikely that the victim was attacked in a violent way. We didn't find any evidence of an assault. In fact, there is evidence suggesting that the victim was not attacked at all. Autopsy. According to the autopsy report, there's no evidence of an assault. The victim's face and hands are abraded and no other wounds or bruises. Other parts of her body are clean. There's no blunt trauma at the head. There are also no bruises on the neck. In fact, there is not even a single bruise on the body. We are therefore positive that there were no violent attacks. Means 2. No attacks? Are you suggesting the possibility of a suicide? I don't think it was that. It's hard to imagine she would do such a thing. Does that mean she prepared the poison herself? What? So allergic reaction isn't the cause of death? I knew about her allergy, but didn't know that her allergic reaction could be that severe. I still remember when we found her body, there was blood all over her face. Nobara was not a careless person. Why did she let such a tragedy happen? Of course, she died of an allergic reaction. Do you guys really believe that crazy woman would kill herself? You just called her a crazy woman, bro, and then you say she wouldn't kill herself. Yeah. There's a huge misunderstanding on the cause of death. Nobara Yachi died of poisoning. Then what happened to her face? That was caused by poison too? To explain this, the evidence will show that we knew about her face during the investigation. The blood all over her face was caused by skin erosion by the same poison which killed her. We also found that the erosion of her face is post-mortem. Her face was ruined after death. Who would do such a horrible thing? That's absolutely revenge. Do you know how many people are celebrating her death? See, I had just taken up for you, Koshiba, and then you say weird stuff like this. Like, come on, bro. This is not the time, Koshiba. Like, seriously, like, he would have got hit with a 6-piece spicy. And I'm not talking about legs or wings. I'm talking about chicken breast. Big boy punches. Means 3. Can we really determine the cause of poisoning? Anything she had touched or eaten before death could be the source. How about starting from the beginning when she arrived at Eastern Shrine? It's a good idea. We can confirm the source of poisoning. First, I did her makeup in the dressing room. Of course, my cosmetic products are poison free. You don't say. That's a statement. After doing Nobara's makeup, I accompanied her to the receiving room. That was where both families met and introduced themselves. Before the wedding march, the younger sister painted Nobara's lips as a part of the ritual. So it's the younger sister revenging on her elderly sister who had been grabbing all the attention. Cause she was acting out, bro. Paint was prepared by Eastern Shrine. How can I lace poison in front of everyone? I'm not gonna lie. Think about it. If you were to poison somebody, wouldn't you think the best place to poison them would be in front of a large group? Just off the fact that no, I would suspect you of poisoning them there and then. Like, it'd been more suspicious if Sari or any of the other people went to like the kitchen and then were caught putting like some little white substance up in her drink. That would be a good front to poison somebody. Shoot, I might be the killer. I'm not even gonna lie. Then we marched towards the main hall. At the gate, we cleaned our hands and mouth at the purification fountain. So the watering trough was contaminated? Of course not. Otherwise, you would have been dead now. Right, everyone who rinsed their mouth there would have been poisoned as well. Then it was the wedding ceremony and the wine drinking ritual. So it's the priestess. She's the one pouring wine into the cups of the couple. The little minion revenged on her master. How interesting is it, bro? It's just the smug look on bro's face. He really got that. He's too happy to be treating these people right now. I didn't do it. I don't think the wine was spiked. As you can see, I drank it, but I'm perfectly fine. True, true. After the ceremony, my sister went back to the bridal suite and stayed there. The refreshments on the table was brought to her during that time. Who brought the refreshments to Nobara? You brought the refreshments. I did. It looks like the killer has to be you, Niwa. Don't worry about this. We have already identified the source of the poisoning. It was the water on the table in the bridal suite. So the question is, when was the water spiked? The refreshments was brought to Nobara by Niwa. She could slip the poison into the water while preparing. I said I didn't do it. Nobara drank the poison with a prolonged onset of symptoms, so she didn't die immediately. Yeah, we know that. But once the poison started to act, it caused death in a few seconds. When she moved to the dressing room to check her makeup, the poison suddenly started to affect her, so she died there. She didn't die in the dressing room. No, that is not where the victim died. If the victim died in the dressing room, we should have found this evidence at the same place. However, we actually recovered the evidence elsewhere, but not the dressing room. The victim's phone was found on the table of the bridal suite, which is outside the dressing room. Why is it a problem? The victim was addicted to social networking sites. She couldn't leave her phone behind even during the sacred wedding march. Didn't she send you to grab her phone in the middle of the march? Right. Couldn't my sister just go to the dressing room for a quick look, like checking her makeup? Then it would be no surprise that she didn't bring her phone along. If the victim didn't intend to stay long at the dressing room, this evidence does not add up. Kiyotoko said that when he went to the bridal suite after mending the dress, the doors of the dressing room was closed. If the victim closed the door, she must have planned to stay at least for a while. True. So the place where Nobara died is the bridal suite. They already had the answer checked off too. Bridal suite. So her body was moved after death. Correct. When the victim was having refreshments while using her phone at the table, symptoms of poisoning suddenly showed. It quickly killed her. We believe she died a few seconds after the onset. Her body just floated on the ground never gets old to me, I'm not gonna lie. After she died, her body was moved to the dressing room. Moving a body, that makes me more certain that the killer is a lunatic stranger. Otherwise, I feel like her adding that stranger is really like trying to send us off. Like, the person's a lunatic, but a stranger? I don't know. I feel like that's a little send-offish. Otherwise, I don't understand why my sister was killed on her wedding day. Right, that's strange. Wasn't it too high profile? Killing a bride on her wedding day? That's gonna be breaking news. Not only that, she's a celebrity. That's really gonna be knocking on the news door. I agree. Only a sociopath would do such a thing. It makes no sense for the killer to draw all the unwanted attention. Maybe the killer was in desperate need of an attention. He threw a shot right there. Are you out of your mind? Why would I commit murder and tarnish my shrine? Oh, so you don't deny you would kill elsewhere? You're being unreasonable. These two are like 5-year-olds, for real, for real. There's a reason why the victim was killed today, I think. The victim would be leaving Japan tomorrow and she would not return for at least half a year. Yes, she would be heading to the US for a Hollywood movie with the local crew and stylist. So today was the last chance if you didn't want Nobara to live for another half a year. This is the reason why the killer wanted her dead today. Bro, whoever the killer is, really don't like old girl. To kill a person on a wedding day, let alone somebody that's high profile, you're not getting away with this. This is the reason why the killer wanted her dead today, and why I had no choice but to attend the wedding of a woman I hated. Like, Koshiba, shut up, please, for a second. He always chiming in with some negativity. This is insane. The killer wanted my sister dead by today because there would be no other chance to kill her in the near future. Opportunity 3. After all these, do you know who killed my wife? The victim took the poison between 11 to 3 a.m. The killer is who spiked the water on the table. As I said before, that's Niwa. She's the one who brought the refreshment to Nobara. And I also said before, I didn't do it. Didn't the groom and the younger sister also go to the bridal suite while Nobara was resting there? We went there just to rehearse her speech at the wedding reception. Wasn't the stylist suspicious as well? Maybe he went to the bridal suite in the middle of mending the dress. Yes, like for fitting purposes, then he would be able to slip the poison into the water. I didn't. So everyone had the opportunity to spike the water. How cool is it? Koshiba is just wild, for real. Motive 1. Shut up, Koshiba. Can you at least show some respect for the deceased? Man, like I said, he got hit with. Now he done worked his way up to a family meal, like a 20-piece spicy with potatoes and macaroni. He's definitely getting his stuff ran. You have been indifferent to Nobara's death. I can imagine the murderer to be anyone except a cold-blooded person like you. Yeah, that's true, but Koshiba's, like I said, he's way too obvious. I don't believe he's the killer. Koshiba is probably planning to poison everyone here right now. Oh boy, I'm already feeling threatened. Why is she blushing though? With the smile, yeah, she feeling that boy Koshiba. That's why he poisoned Nobara on her wedding day. Is this the way the gangsters do things in a showy fashion? Nah. No, it is unlikely that Koshiba poisoned the victim. It's a criminal record. Koshiba's criminal record is filled by violent crimes, either assault or battery. So it's Koshiba who killed Nobara, a ruthless murderer, just fits too well to this barbaric scumbag. Yeah, Yashi deserved to send some shots this way. A violent person can only resolve things in a violent manner. How classic is it? No wonder he had been accusing me all along. Despicable. Actually, it's the opposite. Koshiba's criminal record proves that he is a violent person. I'm tired of pointing out the obvious with this. It is therefore unlikely that he would choose poison as the means of murder. But I don't believe that would still dismiss the fact wholeheartedly that he could have possibly killed her with poison. Exactly. When he was still in a relationship with the victim, violent fights always happened between them. Koshiba has a tendency to use physical force, but no chemicals or poison. Just as I said, I didn't kill Nobara. There's no reason for me to kill her. Dang, sure he said wrong. Seriously, Koshiba, you had no reason to kill the victim. You resented what Nobara did to you after you two broke up. She put you in heavy debt. Haha, serves you right though. Do you dare to say it again? You did not hate my sister. Better find a better excuse. So Koshiba is the killer and ex-boyfriend killing his former lover. So dramatical. Koshiba had every motive to kill the victim, but he is unlikely to be the killer. Even if somehow Koshiba did decide to poison the victim, it is unreasonable that we were able to find the evidence. Oh, the memo. A memo? If Koshiba was the killer, it is unreasonable for him to make up this memo. What's the memo? It dropped from Koshiba's pocket when he bumped into me. The existence of this memo will only draw more attention to him. Koshiba would not have made it up in the first place. Even the murder was not premeditated. It doesn't mean Koshiba isn't the murderer, the killer. Very true. Maybe Nobara did, in fact, write this memo to him. Then Koshiba became mad at Nobara and killed her. A crime of passion. Doesn't it fit his bad temper? This is unlikely to be a crime of passion because of the cause of death. If Koshiba intended to poison the victim, preparation in advance would be necessary. At least he would have to procure the poison. Koshiba got the memo during the photo session with the couple. It is unlikely that he could procure poison in such a short period of time. Motive 2. I think this is where I actually left off when I realized that the recording had stopped. Heard that? I am innocent. It must be Niwa. Why are you targeting me? I didn't kill anyone. Do you know how suspicious you are, Niwa? You are the printress in charge of every procedure of the wedding. Not to mention you're familiar with the Eastern Shrine. Who knows what you have manipulated. Also, you're one who prepared the wine for the couple to drink during the wedding ceremony. Didn't the police confirm that no trace of poison was found in wine cups? Let's move on, for real, for real. But if Niwa is innocent, then who killed my sister? Of course I am innocent. I did not do any harm to Nobara. Rebuked. Niwa, you are far from innocent. What are you talking about? Don't you deny your involvement in this evidence? It's that ladder. Do you remember this, Niwa? Why is it here? I found it in the well behind the purification fountain. A ladle? Did Niwa throw it in at the well? Maybe the priestess hit Nobara with it and tried to conceal the evidence. But there were no bruises on the body. It is unlikely that Niwa used the ladle as a weapon. This is confusing. What actually did Niwa do with the ladle? We found residual powder of egg protein on the ladle you threw at the well. Niwa was the one who assisted the victim at the purification fountain. We believe she immersed the ladle into a solution with a highly concentrated amount of egg protein dissolved. There is no evidence of oral intake of egg protein by the victim, so the victim didn't rinse her mouth at all. But when you used the ladle to take water out at the trough, the egg protein was mixed with the water. When you poured the water on the victim's hand to assist her hand cleaning, you were also exposing her hand to egg protein. This has triggered the victim's severe egg allergy, which resulted in the abrasion on her hands. Why would I kill Nobara? She's my friend in college. Nah, you were her minion. We have figured out the motive behind your act. Niwa had been controlled by the victim since college. Since you mentioned it, I always saw her being around my sister on campus. From a sucker to a murderer, the coolest breakthrough I've seen in real life. I am not a murderer. What a tragedy. Although I can't argue that Nobara did it to herself. Very suspect of you to say that. So we can now confirm Newa is the one who killed Nobara. Newa is not the killer. You just exposed her acts of revenge. How could she not be the killer? Looks like the cops are out of their minds nowadays. Don't you talk to Detective Maimori that way.
Hey, who mans is this?
I don't get it. Newa hurted my sister but did not kill her. Let's think the other way around. Why went through all the troubles just to cause an allergic reaction on a person that you know she would be dying? I didn't kill Nobara. I just wanted to humiliate her on her big day. She must have deliberately chosen my family shrine to hold her wedding there so that she could order me around like in the past. I thought I could get rid of her at the graduation, but she's so manipulative that she wouldn't let me go. That's why I pranked her to make her ugly. I never wanted her dead. Stop it, Newa. It must be you who killed my wife.